the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is going to be halted just before he can reach the 30. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
On first down, they'll run. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Back to the well again. He takes this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now looking to throw. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders getting back on his 6th interception of the season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
It is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Rolling on first down, Daniels. He rolls to his right. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win. And yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go check, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Play fake here, Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. So that brings them to 3rd down.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability, his reputation. Make somebody else beat you.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Ready. Cowboy. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Seven Pirates, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, ready?
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
First and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Short pass brought in. Oh, he loses the football. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense.
Oh, you know what, Kate? That defense right there, they thought they had a huge play until they saw that ball bouncing, Out of bounds. One bounce and just the other direction. They're off the field. Instead, well, they're on the field. They got to shake it off, though, and keep this offense from the end zone.
Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. The big play nets him 17 yards. That's good for a Saints first down. Back-to-back carries here. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's whole home on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Pass play coming here. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down, play action. Looking to his fullback now. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're back for the start of the second. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Now throw for it. He finds him beyond the marker. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. And he's got it. It's in close. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get the game's first points here in the second. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Reed now to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison, Dragon 60.
Daniels now. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Daniels back to throw. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
To this day, I could still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On first down, here's Daniels. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. That's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Panther Street, Panther Street.
Play action now with Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. A 28-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Washington first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Set. Go, go.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Tag. 18, Mustang 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Hits him on the end route. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Cut near the goal line. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders earn the chance to tie it before halftime. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. I think when you think about it, it really is about the 80s when we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Jones. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Looking slant route, complete. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. Gives him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll throw here on 1st. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
incomplete pass on first down, so still at the 40. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw here. That's Robinson on the slant. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Here we go, set. Look at 19. Go.
Sticking to the air here. Finds him on the crossing route. Finally caught, and he lost the football. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it can be their best friend, and this is one of those times where that best friend delivered.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. They are throwing it again. That's on Porta again. And he stopped. Give him about 7 on the play and give his offense a 1st and goal. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. He's going to throw it again. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. That's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the 1st row.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on 2nd and goal. They'll go play action. Headed out right. Has it down close. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
One of the advantages, Kate, a quarterback gets when he leaves the pocket and he's seeing zone coverage is you can really start to manipulate those defenders. And crossing routes are a great way to break down zone defense, especially when you get yourself outside the pocket.
And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a lead on the final play of the half. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. On the return, here's Jones. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Connecting on the slant. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Give now to the running back. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on third and short.
They give it to him again. He's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a good 3.
They send a tight end in motion. First down, and they go right back to it. It's on the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes second and 3. Another carry for him. Pop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. Third and long. They're going to throw. Pass is brought in by Laporta. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Right up the gut. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. Plowing up the middle. Good running here on first down as he works his way forward for about 8. Offense in the hurry up here.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
They'll run now on second down. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Reed now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go now.
This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got second and 8.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Danny Stutzman comes up with it.
They'll take over first and 10.
First and 10 from the 43. Here's the handoff. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Second and 6 at the 38-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. He's dropping back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Dude, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers, toss them with tight ends, but when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. Back to throw on third down. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do, try to force out fourth down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. The cover guys go shut it down.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. This one from even 40 yards out. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that makes this a 3-score game. We've reached the end of the third on Sunday Night Primetime. It's not quite over yet, but it take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. An offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Here we go, here we go. Like, check, smash, check, smash. 19 tight, 79 Broncos. Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
Throwing on first down, Daniels. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
24 yards. And the Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Let's go. Ready,
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down.
70
First and
Timberwolves.
10 at the 38-yard line.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And they take him down right along the 30. Offense to the line fast.
It's a gain of 8.
Brings up second and 2.
Buffalo
At the
18.
Saints' 30-yard
Mustang
line.
19. 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks.
To throw again, it's Daniels. Hits his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Working quickly here.
That's
Panther 11.
another
Panther 11.
First down. First and 10 at the
19
22-yard
Lions.
line.
19. Cup 19.
To the air again. Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
60 bucks.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. He's out of bounds right around the 10. That's enough to make this first and goal.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, Dragon 60. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
On first down, here's Daniels. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker.
Now,
Looking quickly here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Good on second, it's Brown. And he's in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And the point after is good by Schmidt. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 10.
Commanders 14.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up.
The onside kick.
Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now, and you don't come up with that onside kick.
And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Saints first down. Hand off to the back. And that's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they'll get some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Throwing off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throw here, third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Saints nearing their 9th win of the season. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. There's the handoff. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone.
Here we go, Shaq. 60 Eagles.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints take a 3-possession lead.
Commanders 14.
Reed now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Check.
Here's Brown to start the drive. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. 2nd down coming up.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they have a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. Trap 60.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds the in route complete. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
A gain of 9 brings
Three.
up 3rd and 1.
Buffalo 18. Mustang 19. Let's go.
3rd and 1. Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're left with 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Dragon 60.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. It's caught by McLaurin. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
Touchdown for Washington. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check. 18, Pioneer. Nineteen tight. Ready.
Daniels is going to throw again. Taken in by Hill, right side. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. Gotta hurry this to the line.
Brings up 2nd and
Cougar
5
19.
at the 46-yard line.
70 Ranger.
Again, Daniels to the air. Taking a chance to the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
That's one of those areas where a QB took a risk and he nearly paid for it in the costliest way imaginable. You don't just lob it into the end zone unless you're sure your guy can go up and get it.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Going to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Set it. 18, 60 Bison. Rig alert. Cup 19. 7 Pirates. Let go.
Desperation time here on 4th. He drops it. Another pick slips through their hands, but this time, Brock, they're still getting the football off the turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Running this one left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Yards on the pickup. brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to the well again. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. So this is a win on the road for the Saints. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. So for my partner,